Vince McMahon, you're fucked. That's how we started. Flash Talks, back talking wrestling, Royal Rumble last night, and if it's all true, Vince McMahon, you sick son of a bitch. I don't know if I want to talk about it that much or not, but yeah, there's obviously a lawsuit in place against Vinnie Mac, and yeah, he's God. I read through some of it. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. I read through some of the screenshots of the messages of apparently the things he was making this woman and these women. Apparently, allegedly, there's more. Do absolutely disgusting. A man of his position. Obviously, we live in a society of innocent until proven guilty, but fucking hell. Well, some of the stuff I was reading was just like, why? I mean, I'm sure most of us have our own sexual kicks and kinks and whatever, but Jesus Christ. And from a 74-year-old man or whatever he is. Oh, proper definition of dirty old man. Yeah, I don't know whether to go into too much more of that, but you can all have a look at, read up on that, and let me know what you think. I've seen a lot of the Vince memes. Apparently, going to be dying, disappearing, but I've actually seen quite a few more appearing in the last few days. So that's McMahon covered. It was very interesting to see in the press conference afterwards. Triple H was asked about it. It's actually refreshing to see that they're actually getting proper journalist questions and being put on the spot with real life questions rather than just base it around the storylines and what have you. I think Cody Rhodes answered it quite well. I think Triple H did all right. I see he got a bit of slack for it, but yeah, is what it is. So moving on from that, getting to brighter things, more positive things to talk about. The Royal Rumble, the most exciting event of the year. You know, everybody in January has the January blues, doldrums. They all just, fucking hate January. But us wrestling fans, we buzz. We know it's coming. We know this night is here. And it was a mixed bag, in my personal opinion. The trouble with the Royal Rumble is, us as fans, we always hype it up. We go, this person could return. That legend's going to come back. This plot twist is going to happen. That excitement's going to happen. And then we disappoint ourselves by putting all that in our heads. Just enjoy the product for what it is. It's still a great event. It's always going to be exciting because it is the unknown. A lot of it is predictable, and you can see who's going to win. And the night started with a women's Rumble match, and I'm going to tell you, I think I had it down as a pick, and we'll cover the winning situation in a bit, but it was a really fun women's Rumble match. And for me, every year now, this is the problem they have, is by having a men's one and a women's one, you compare the two. And the women's Rumble for me was way more enjoyable than the men's. Not saying the men's was awful, but the women's had just so much in it that just kept you on the edge of your seat and go, oh yeah, this is good, this is fun. And some notable mentions was Naomi coming back, kind of, excuse me, really bad indigestion. I had curry today. Good Lord. we've had teases and seeing people's contracts with companies elsewhere, what's going on. Naomi coming back. Feel the glow. That was good to see. And then even more so, I think it was number 5 entrant. Oh my God, the TNA chants. Wow. Got to give it hats off. I know we had it with Mickie James a couple of years back, but coming out, Jordynne Grace with the Knockouts title. Absolutely fantastic. And it wasn't a pushover on the company's part of her. It wasn't just a quick come down, do your bit, and then out you go. I think she was in there for about 15 minutes. Really good stuff. And she looks natural in a WWE ring. And I'm hoping one day she will make the crossover permanently. But it gets good eyes on TNA. I really got to say that. I mean, they've obviously gone back to being TNA this month, and it's had eyes on the product with Dolph Ziggler jumping over there. Well, it wasn't jump, was it? Because he was a free agent. But yeah, I haven't caught any of it yet. I've seen the bits and pieces on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I think they're doing some good stuff in TNA, and hats off to them. I would like a better TV deal in the UK if you can. I've tagged TNA Wrestling in this video, so hopefully they can work on that. I do miss the old days of it being on Challenge TV and Bravo, that's going back. But something like that. I mean, we're fortunate enough to get AEW on ITV. So something like that. I know we've got Fight TV, but I refuse to pay for any more subscriptions than I've already got. Got too many as it is. So I'm intrigued by what they're doing in TNA. I must try and check it out if I can. And Jordynne looks absolutely immense. Her own personal stuff, I'm sure, is going to go through the roof now. Other highlights, Tiffany Stratton coming out towards the end. She is a star in herself. I watched her NXT match with Becky Lynch last year. That was good fun. And she's definitely one to look out for. Liv Morgan coming out number 30, but no more bigger talking point really comes down is Jade Cargill. She's one we knew was coming because obviously she was signed and they made the big deal of it on social media. It was just a case of when's the right moment. And Triple H has publicly said that not sure what they've been doing with her in AEW, but she needed some work. She needed some help, and she looked good. She looked good in the Rumble. She's the perfect look. It's whether all the techniques and everything else is going to come to fruition. I'm glad they didn't go with her winning. Not yet. We're not ready for that yet. I think they may go down the route of her and Nia at Mania or somewhere along the way, depending on how serious they take women's wrestling. Because I have said on it many, many times before, the two top companies in wrestling, they don't do enough with the women. That's my honest opinion. They were making new grounds for it a few years back, but yeah, they need to do more. And that comes on to our winner, Bayley. Bravo. And for me, great performance coming in at number 3, lasted all that time. I really want to see her push to the moon on this. She deserves it. She's already a Grand Slam champion, but she's a fan favourite, and I think it's time for a babyface turn, actually. So I would, going forward, with Booking Mania here, fantasy booking, I would have her in going after Sky's belt, not going for Rhea. And I think they'll drag it out to make it look like it's going to be she's choosing Rhea, but Sky would be perfect, and then you'd have Damage Control turn on her, and then we get the big Bailey face entrance at Mania. Be perfect, absolutely perfect, and I think those two could have a good match. Possibly not as good a match as she would have with Rhea, but still want to see Rhea Becky. So you've got the 2 nights of Mania. Both belts are going to need to be defended. So we'll see what we get with this. Yeah, hats off to the Women's Rumble. Really, really enjoyable and match of the night for me. Then we went on to the Fatal 4-Way. Now, going into this, we're going back to what I said at the start of this video, where you put things in your own mind and you think, if I'm booking it and I'm doing this and you're doing this, and what's the running order? If this match was going on main event, I was hands on going to say, that's it. Roman's dropping the belt. The perfect scenario in the Fatal 4-Way for him not to get pinned, look strong, and then go on for what we thought was going to be Rock at Mania. But yeah, we've got same old, really. There's a couple of things I did like in the match was the stacking up, going back to WrestleMania 37. The RKOs were good fun. And AJ Styles, out of all the competitors, I felt was booked the strongest. He looked the strongest throughout. But it's the same old boring Roman ending. And then, so that's where we are with Mr. Reigns. Ooh, boy. And with the Solo coming out, it's just as soon as that happened, I was just like, oh, for God's sake, we've seen all this. Stop doing the same old shit. It's an impressive title run, but for me, it's on its last legs and it needs to come to an end at Mania or sooner than that. I'll throw a spanner in the works. Then we've got Logan and KO for the US title, and this match ended in a disqualification, Kevin being caught with the brass knuckles, and had quite a decent match, slapping the shit out of each other at times, and I think KO gave Logan a few receipts at times. It was an enjoyable match to watch. I enjoyed watching this one more than the Fatal 4-Way, and it's not over. I think there will be more along the way. So that's something to look forward to if KO is going to get the belt. But I think Logan's going to have it at least until Mania. I would see Logan. If Logan's going to drop the belt, it would be someone super popular like L.A. Knight. Yeah! What? We're not doing that video again. My most successful Flash Talks video. All right, and on to the main event, the Men's Royal Rumble. So before I get to talking about the winner, some particular highlights for me were starting with Jay Yeet. Yeet. I caught my son saying Yeet today as well, and he's not a wrestling fan. We play wrestle, blah blah blah, but he's not really into it. And I said, "Where do you get Yeet from?" And he just looked at me like, "Something I've watched on YouTube." Oh God, where's Yeet coming from? Please tell me. But oh my God, Jey Uso is over, so over, and that's the reason they call him main event Jey Uso. And seeing him start the Rumble with his brother Jimmy was really exciting. I really, really enjoyed that as the pairing to start the night. Other highlights: the return of Andrade. That was exciting to see. Looking incredible as ever. He's done great in AEW, and hopefully we'll get the same in WWE now that he's back. Carmelo Hayes as well. Talk about looking great. This guy's a star in the making. I'm telling you. Future world champion right there, Carmelo Hayes. Unbelievable. He's going to be great. And Bron Breakker. We weren't in the Rumble for long, but boy, oh boy, did he leave an impression. Some great eliminations in there. There's been talk online of obviously Brock is partly associated with the Vince scandal that I talked about at the start of the episode. He was apparently supposed to be in the Rumble match, but was replaced by someone. Some may even think it was Pat McAfee, which all seemed a bit pointless. Not what we're used to from Pat. It was semi-entertaining where he came in and then just eliminated himself. But yeah, whatever. It is what it is. And so I've got to mention, going back to the women's as well, I am absolutely loving R-Truth once again. No matter what they do with this man, he is just comedy gold. And this whole Judgment Day, he's in it with Tom and Nick Mysterio. Tom and Nick. And the merch is selling quite well, apparently. He's just great. And they're popping up in the Women's Rumble and then going out and just saying to Adam Pearce that, oh, that was all women in there, or whatever he said. That just had me in bits. And then turning up in the Men's Rumble, wanting to get the tag from Tom and Nick. That was great fun. So yeah, and he got the tag and got the pop, and R-Truth, just the gift that keeps on giving. Now, other highlights were, of course, Gunther, or Walter, as we still call him, best Intercontinental Champion in a long time, and I'm not sure when it's going to end. Could it be Mania? It's a bit like Roman's, but I'm quite enjoying his reign as champion more than I am Reigns' now. And again, another impressive, about half an hour in the Rumble. It was exciting. And I almost had my thinking they would give it to him. My genuine shock is that CM Punk did not walk out Rumble winner. As soon as he came out, and I thought the crowd are right behind it. Can I just say about Punk? I don't think I've seen anyone else say this, but obviously 10 years since he's been gone from the company, I saw him at Wembley Stadium with AEW. But yeah, I saw the social media channels showing him having a fresh shave and whatever yesterday. He's looking like Negan from The Walking Dead. Anybody else notice that? Please let me know in the comments. I just think, when I saw him last night, I thought, it's Negan. It's Negan. But yeah, I was genuinely shocked, and I thought it was quite a good ending with the I didn't leave for 10 years to come back to lose to Dusty's boy. That was quite clever, and to then being thrown over the top. And it is Cody, and straight away we know it's Cody and Roman pointing to the side and then pointing straight up to Roman. I quite enjoyed the champions being up in the boxes. That's quite a good move. And so, yeah, we're going to get a repeat of last year's WrestleMania main event, and the story will finish. I'm calling it now. Flash Talk says it here. They're calling it the biggest ever Royal Rumble. No, the biggest ever WrestleMania. Cody's going over. The story ends as we go into a new one of him as world champion. And I think Punk and Rollins will go on night number 1. And Cody and Roman will be night number 2. And I think somehow in the mix, The Rock will be involved in that match. to set up Brock and Roman for next year. Might be wrong, but that's how I'm calling it at the moment. Overall, good fun, Royal Rumble. Let's see how the weeks and months go on the road to WrestleMania. Let me know what you thought of this video and let me know your thoughts of the Rumble, please. I'd love all the comments you can give, and like that video, give it that like, and share it and subscribe. Need them subscribers, guys. Thanks for watching. Let's begin that road to Mania. Woohoo!